Today is Friday, October the 9th, 2015. Hello, and welcome to a video on Jupiter trine Pluto. What you see here on the screen is a chart of just today's transits, or aspects, I should say. It's not a person, it's just today. So that's October the 9th, 2015. And we're coming up on Jupiter trine Pluto. Call your attention here at Jupiter in this particular chart. It doesn't really matter, obviously, which house that we're in, just the signs, because the chart's going to change constantly during the day. The point is, Jupiter down here at 12 degrees of Virgo is just about to trine Pluto at 12 degrees of Capricorn. And I wanted to give everyone a heads up and let you know how significant this aspect is. It's extremely important because there's a lot going on astrologically apart from this aspect, which really presents an incredible opportunity for both you and for society as a whole. Okay, but first, before I talk about the Jupiter trine Pluto, I'd like to call your attention to the outer planets here. You'll see Saturn, Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus occupying one half or one hemisphere of the zodiac. So those are four outer planets occupying one half of the chart. And all of the rest of the planets are proceeding towards that half of the chart. And these four planets effectively create a very difficult wall for the inner planets and all the rest of the planets to get through. A lot of tests, a lot of trials, all of these squares. You've got Uranus squaring Pluto, Neptune squaring Saturn. And when you've got all of these outer planets squaring one another, it creates T-squares for the planets that are approaching them. For example, currently we've got the Sun at 16 degrees of Libra. Okay? 16 degrees of Libra. And sure enough, as it approaches all this entire hemisphere of the chart, it squares Pluto, opposes Uranus. Or another example is with the Neptune square Saturn. You can see here Venus is currently at 1 degree of Virgo, and as it approaches and moves forward in the chart, it squares Saturn and it opposes Neptune. So what's happening is all of the inner planets are getting a lot of these tests, or trials I guess you should say, squares and oppositions to outer planets. This creates a sort of wall in one entire hemisphere of the chart. A wall in which only the most advanced and karmically clean can enter. So it's a difficult test that the universe is giving us right now. And it's attempting to clean us. It's almost like separating the wheat from the chaff. I don't mean to get too biblical, but that's the kind of idea. There's a real karmic cleansing that is going on right now with all of this outer planet configuration. All these squares taking up one hemisphere of the chart, while all of the other planets are approaching that hemisphere. So this is a time of tests and trials. Okay, with that in mind, let's take a look at the current position of Jupiter. We see it here at 12 degrees 41 minutes of Virgo. It's just about to trine Pluto at 12 degrees, 59 minutes of Capricorn. Now, first of all, the aspect Jupiter trine Pluto in itself is not all that rare. It occurs approximately twice every 12 years because that's how long it takes Jupiter to go around the Sun. So the aspect itself is not a big deal. However, the fact is it's occurring in Earth signs, and this is very significant. Okay? In fact, Jupiter has not trined Pluto in Earth signs since 1964. So this is actually kind of rare in that sense. This is something that hasn't happened in 50 years. So think about that for a second. Think about the fact that this is happening in Earth signs and it hasn't happened in 50 years. And think about that before we consider the interpretation of this aspect. Now we know that Jupiter trine Pluto is a great aspect. It's about an opportunity to utilize collective resources. An opportunity, Jupiter utilized Capricorn, Pluto collective resources. And this you can do to your advantage. An opportunity to make a positive change in your life and in society as a whole. It's not just about personal ambition, although it does give you a great opportunity to make personal changes in your life. The greater aspect of this is changes in society, because this is an aspect that is a force for positive change in society. So back in the 1960s, in 1964, when Jupiter trined Pluto, you could see that as many ways the activation of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that was happening in Virgo at the time. Jupiter really kickstarted a lot of that, and it brought with it a lot of wisdom and opportunity for positive social change with the trine. And I see that that same opportunity for society is available again to manifest some really positive changes for society, to better utilize our collective resources in a wise way. So the exact dates of these, well, we're just about to have our first one. It's coming up this weekend. But there will be two more passes of this. The second one will be March 17th of 2016, and the third one will be June 26th of 2016. So again, that's March 17th of 2016 and June 26th of 2016. You might want to mark those dates because just like this weekend coming up, they're going to be really significant. And it'll be a really good idea to see what's happening in the world, to see what kind of positive changes are occurring, and to see how it coincides with this aspect. Now, the strong desire for positive reform that accompanies this aspect can help you personally make changes in your life by helping you to clean up and clear out aspects of your life that are no longer working for you, so that you can improve conditions in the world around you. This is a good time to get involved in personal projects that benefit social welfare and improve the common good. It's a time to overcome personal addictions and habits. Jupiter in Virgo represents a merging of the Sagittarius and Virgo energies. Basically speaking, on a spiritual level, there is no path in astrology, there's only a circle. And the whole goal of astrology from a spiritual sense, is to incorporate or integrate all of the different aspects of the chart into our lives so that everything flows freely around the circle without any impediments. Jupiter, ruling Sagittarius, naturally squares Virgo. And there's a lot of people walking around, including myself, who have a square in their chart from Virgo to Sagittarius. Well, that represents a separation of those two aspects of the chart. And the challenge for the individual with that is to merge those two aspects of your chart in order to heal that square, that issue, whatever it is. When Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, enters the sign of Virgo, it represents a merging of the two signs, Virgo and Sagittarius, so that they understand that they have a common good, and that within that understanding, you can have healing. Okay? And the aspects that Jupiter in Virgo receives will tell you when the opportunities for healing occur. And Pluto is all about healing, I'll tell you. So, we have a tremendous opportunity for personal healing, particularly for people who have a Virgo Sagittarius square in their chart. I did go over this briefly on the weekly report, my last one, October 5th through 11th, but I want to mention this again because this is very important. We have an aspect happening in the sky that not only has the potential for great positive social change, but the opportunity for you to take advantage of this to make positive change in your life so that you can make changes in the world around you. And I would hate to see this opportunity slip by without as many people knowing about it as they can. So, the first pass happening this weekend, then again March 17th, and then again June 26th. These should be times when we really look towards establishing our goals for social change, our vision for social change. Jupiter says, I perceive. And therefore, with this aspect, you can perceive the changes that you need to make, and you have the opportunity to make them. Remember what I said earlier, recall all of these squares from the outer planets happening in one hemisphere of the chart is separating the wheat from the chaff, and it's making it very difficult for all of these planets to enter into this hemisphere unless they are very advanced, unless the person is a very advanced soul and they're very karmically clean, because those squares really test you, and only if you're clean can you get through. This Jupiter trine Pluto is like a doorway into this hemisphere, an opportunity for you to make a positive change in your life. And because it's in earth signs, it'll be very tangible. You can really feel it. So go for it. If you're thinking about making some positive change or getting involved in some movement for the betterment of social good, whatever it is, now would be an excellent time. So please leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. I personally am really excited about this transit or aspect. I'm not sure which to call it sometimes. Because it has significance in my chart, and I know that it has significance in so many other people's charts. So good luck, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Thank you.